What's going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to round 2 for feature matches. We have me playing Atlantean Mermail as per usual, and on the left there we got Kozmo. A familiar matchup we've seen before, but it just ended up being the match that would be the feature match that round. So good old Mermail versus Kozmo, nothing we haven't seen before. As you can see, I have finally changed the playmat yet again. We started with the good old Star Eater mat. Then we went to the Blackluster Soldier. Now we got the 2016 World Championship Qualifier mat, the Phantom Knight mat. Ended up swapping with a buddy of mine. Got a brand new mat. I really like the look of it. I like the dark blue and purple colors and the red. I think it goes well, really well together, I should say. So there he goes. Pot of Desires and Double Alert of Darkness. Very, very strong turn, drawing, what was that, 2, 4, 6 cards? And banishing total of 12, getting one back thanks to Kozmo Town. We'll see Wicked Witch tag out for Dark Lady. Now I have the negation I have to worry about. I have Twin Twister in hand, and I do want to use it, but I don't want to use it at the same time, just because I don't want to have to get rid of his Kozmo Town I've seen. I want to get the full benefit from the Twin Twister, like as hitting 2 back row successfully, because he does play a lot of back row in his build. He plays like probably triple Cosmojo. I know he plays Emptiness, and he also plays other nasty back row like Anti-Spell. So cards I definitely want to save the Twin Twister for. I don't want to have to run into a Twin Twister when, or a Anti-Spell when in during standby phase. I can just Twin Twister and chain that and get out of that situation. You'll see Teus there discarding Dragoons, grabbing Gund and Lead, of course. Then we go for the Megalo, discarding Gund and Lead, going for that instant rank 7 play, setting ourselves up for it at least. And you'll see Magical Springs in my hand. That was a card that really shouldn't be in there. I kind of wanted to just try it out at 1. I ended up immediately siding it out, and I think I just took it out of my deck completely afterwards, after the tournament. I just did not want to use it. I just tried trying it out at 1 because I've always misread that card, and I always thought it would be a kind of a decent matchup against a lot of decks, like at least Pendulum, but not really against too much other stuff. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to side or main the 1 and kind of see how it went. Immediately ended up taking it out, and build is back to being normal. And this was the only game I saw in my opening hand, so it didn't really affect the play too much. And the one card I ended up siding out, I didn't miss too much either, so wasn't too big of a deal. So right now he's got double Sword Trooper and Forerunner. Of course, Megalo cannot get over that Forerunner himself. Usually, this matchup isn't too hard, especially when you can get Dweller on board, because like if you can get, like earlier there you saw with the gunplay with Lead, going for Megalo and Lead, and the Teus, if a Dweller would have been on field, we would have had Instant Fusion, that probably the game would be over, because we would be able to get over the Dart Shore without him tagging out Engrave, you know, the effect would be negated by Dweller. The game would be over very, very quickly. Of course, no real way to do that, obviously, without Instant Fusion. You'll see hit the set Magical Springs, and then I go top deck Teus, discarding Infantry. Really only want to pop the Leviator, don't want him to float into anything. So we summon out that, and then I grab a Lind and set the Lind, and he just Cosmojos it, and that's just going to wrap it up right there for a game 1. Nothing really else I can do there. Once I lose that Lind, it's pretty much game over. So we'll start fresh here in game 2. I'm going to opt to go second. Always like to go second with Mermails, regardless of what I'm playing against. Of course, unless I'm forced to go first. Obviously, if the only other way, I'd have to go first. Starting off pretty strong with E-Telly into Tin Can, and I think the last game, he ended up banishing all of his Tin Cans. I mean, he only plays 2 copy of Tin Can in this build. I know a lot of people gave him some flack for that, but he prefers 2 Tin Can at the moment. Don't need to leave your deck list in the description. He probably won't read them. He's perfectly fine with his list. But yeah, Desires ended up banishing, I think, last game, all of his Tin Cans. I had mentioned during the game, you know, I've gotten Tin Can in a real quick minute. but it's because he ended up banishing them off Desires. Another thing he has always said is he hasn't lost a game with Desires. Any turn he's played it, he's won that game. That holds true in that last game. You'll see you go Moray of Greed. You know, I would try and play Desires if I had an extra $150 laying around. I'd pick up a playset, but Moray of Greed has been working out just fine for me. And I do like the card. I might cut it down to 2. I don't know. 3's been a little too much. I've had hands where I'd Moray away stuff, and I draw into like 2 more Morays, and then they would both be dead because, you know, I don't have enough waters in hand, or didn't draw into the waters I would need to fuel that Moray. And I kind of want to cut down on spells in the deck too. But you'll see Teus discarding lead. You know, here I kind of made a mistake with this play. I'm like, I can get gunned and I can, you know, normal summon a Pike to revive this, but I was kind of like, I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to be 1 card short for this play. I'm not going to have any real way to get gunned. Debating on whether or not I wanted to normal summon the Pike at this moment, so I swing in just to kind of bait out the Dart Destroyer because I know he's got it, and I don't want to go any further with any other plays because I'd rather just save resources and pass it over to him in the meantime. And I know he can't OTK, at least I hope he can't OTK. He doesn't have like a Call the Haunted set, hopefully, or a Kozmojo, which he can activate just to pop his own Dart Destroyer. Debating on whether or not to set a card. He will not. He'll pass. I'll draw into Teus, I think. Another Teus, actually. And that was like my saving grace right there, discarding the Marksman. But of course, he's got this set Solemn Strike for that, putting me in a far worse position now. Really don't have a whole lot I can do. Got I think, Teus, a Marksman, another Teus Engrave, and a lead. And that Neptibus getting banished the first turn really was kind of the nail in the coffin. We'll see Pike discarding infantry. Of course, infantry cannot do shit to that Dart Destroyer. So I'll just have to search a level 3. I was debating whether or not to add gun, because if I draw into Twin Twister, it could set up some cool plays. But I guess it's really not whether about what I would draw into, and kind of just have to worry about with the cards that I have to work with now, which of course aren't much. As you see, I had the Instant Fusion in hand. Could definitely help make a rank 4 play. And the only rank 4 that is viable at this moment would be number 37, Hope Woven, the rank 4 that helps to lower all your opponent's monsters and defense. Lower all of your opponent's monsters' attack and defense, my bad, I'm trying to speak English, by 1,000. You'll see we'll do that play there. I'll get the Norden effect to revive the infantry, just so I can get another normal summon and summon out Marksman. I wanted to try and attack with the Marksman, obviously, but nothing Marksman can do to get around the Forerunner, obviously being short a couple 100 points of damage there, just a little bit short, you know, just a little ways off. My little fish can't do much against that big ship. And I got a little bit of protection in way of Hope Woven, so it is a good card to kind of sit on for a little while. Definitely doesn't come up a lot, but it's definitely a must in the extra deck. If you do not have this card in a situation like this, Dweller is not going to do you anything, and neither is Honor Arc, because you're just going to not be able to target anything and not be able to beat over it. Dweller is a nice combo piece to sort of help you win this matchup, because you need Dweller to win this matchup, in my opinion, unless they just don't open well. And now you'll see here, I'm debating whether or not I want to use my Hope Woven's effect to either detach or just let it die and revive Norden from the graveyard to create more stuff for him to run into. And it's kind of a tough decision, because I'm thinking at this point, what can he summon off of this Forerunner that's going to be so devastating? Well, I'm thinking he can go Farm Girl, he can go Wicked Witch, which of course would end up putting me in a bad position. So I opt to attack, or I opt to just attach anyways, just to lower the attack of the monster in this field. And now I'm thinking I might as well get rid of the Forerunner, because I'll get to afloat eventually off of this number 37. He does go for the Farm Girl, attack over for 100 points of damage, pay the 5. And I think at this point, he's getting really low on life points. He's paid a lot of life points already. He's going to add Kozmo Town. Then he's going to play Kozmo Town main phase 2. So definitely different. I thought at this point he was going to tag out his farm girl for a Dart Destroyer and pop the Hope Woven, triggering its effect. That way I would have to be able to get a rank 4 play going, but of course he's not going to do that. He's going to go into Levier. Levier goes into Tin Can, and he's going to end phase Tin Can, paying another 500. Revealing Slip Rider, Dart Destroyer, and one other card here, Kozmojo. I don't want to give him the Kozmojo. I end up giving him the Kozmojo because, of course, he can easily get rid of a lot of cards on my field with that. Luckily, he can't set it in the end phase, so my Hope Woven will be fine for now. I'll run over that Levier so he can't reuse it. But, yeah, back to that play with the Forerunner. I don't know what would have been the better play if I would have just let my thing die and he wouldn't have gotten the advantage from it, or letting it die itself and then sort of just keeping the board presence and getting that detach. I don't know, would have been the best play. It's probably, looking back at it now, it probably doesn't seem like the best play. It's kind of why I like to watch my duels over again. Nice to have them recorded. You see, Potted Desires comes down, and from his point of view, it's already game over because that card just nets you so much advantage. Hope Woven won't be able to do too much in this situation. It's already gone. And one set back row. And I'm at 900. He's at 500 at this point in time. I opted to either summon the Lind and take the attack from the Dart Destroyer and have him destroy that, and then summon out a lead, but I'm out of lead. Lead has already been used up this early this game. Now I was thinking if he just leaves that Wicked Witch in attack position, I have game. I can easily win. He's got anti-spell. I don't even draw into his spell, so it doesn't even really matter. But there's just no way I can really win. I attack into that. I'm thinking, you know, he can't pay the 1,000, so he'll just die, but he's going to Kozmojo, banishing that, getting the effect to summon out a Strawman. Now I drew Cyber Dragon. I was like, please just tag out into a ship so I can get a Chimera Tech, because maybe I can change the game around. Might as well summon the Cyber Dragon anyways to just put board presence on there, but Wicked Witch can be over by 100, swinging for 19 for the game. But yeah, pretty close match there. Didn't see what I wanted to see, really. Kind of opened up pretty garbage some games and just was met with too tough of an opposition. May not have made the best play there in that last game, but it is what it is. We all make mistakes. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the footage and the commentary. If you did, please leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And as always, guys, Winter Kill is signing out. Thanks for watching the feature match. Appreciate it, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.